Dun 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 Toucan Radios!
Woo!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Hey, good morning. This is Katie0FNR. I'm going to be doing a use case of how we're using Datasette for our QSO log around here. So this morning I found out that SKCC has a 1,000 miles per watt award, which is really cool because we run QRP rigs, and it's probably we can just send off for the award. But it got more difficult recently when KO6BTY and I created Project Toucans, because that's a 5 watt rig, which would mean we'd need to go 5,000 miles in our QSO to get 1,000 miles per watt. It's okay though. Back when we were hanging out in Great Basin National Park in May, the rig suddenly went straight key only for starting on May 26th for the rest of the trip. So we're going to use Datasette to find a QSO that will qualify for the award. So let's switch over to Datasette. All right. So what we're doing here is, and I've already run the query, but we're looking at the date as just a day, and then counting the dates as QSO count, and we're doing a group by day. And we're saying they have to have a dB of over 99. That means they've got an actual RST or equal to 0, because way back when we started the project, I wasn't actually recording RSTs in the database, and so some of these earlier ones have RSTs of 0. But what we're worried about is around May 26th, May 27th. And so what we can see here is that we have 5 on May 26th, 12 contacts on May 27th. So let's go to a new Datasette window and look for that. And so I've already run the query, but let's back out and come in fresh. Okay, so we're going to build a KML of QSOs. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to edit the SQL. This is our timestamp that we want to filter on. And we want queries that happened on May 26th or 27th. 27th. So we're going to say that we need to be after midnight on the 27th of May. And we need to be before midnight on the 26th of May. And we'll get the closing SQL text in there. And that should be the 28th because time runs forward. All right. We'll run SQL. Then we see that we made 12 QSOs. And so far we don't have any distance information. Nice little check. We're just inside the border of Great Basin National Park, so that's really cool. But look, because of the plugin, the Datasette plugin, we can dump out a KML of the QSOs. So let's go ahead and click that. And that gives us a map. And in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and click on the map, and that's going to pull up Google Earth, at which point we will have to splice this recording. Hang on. All right, we're back. So once again, we run the query. 12 QSOs that day made from Great Basin National Park. And I'll go ahead and hit KML. And now I'm just going to click on the KML. And there's the map for the day. So you can see a couple of really easy things really quick. We made a QSO to Alaska that day. And it was 2,000 miles. But as it turns out, NL7V is not a straight key Century Club member. But K4NYX is, and we made 2,000 there. Now here's another trick. The award increments by 500 miles over 1,000. So the first one we want to send in is the 1,000-mile one. And so what we should look at instead is this one right here, M4CD, who is also a member, and you notice it's right at 1,000 miles. If I had anything shorter that day, I would look at it. But you can see that that will do, because we were about 3/4 of a watt back then. That's the punchline that I forgot to throw in earlier. If we wanted to look for shorter, what we would do is look the day before and see if we had anything shorter at that point, and that's easy enough. We just go 6 and 7, run SQL. I'm going to shut down that map. Okay, we made 5 QSOs that day. And again, they were just from inside the park, a little closer to the cliff. And so we run KML, open up the map. And you can see we made 5 QSOs. The shortest one, we'll have to check and see if they're an SKCC member. But again, it was about 1,100 miles. And as long as we're here, one of the things I really like about mapping our QSOs on Google Earth is you can do things like this, where you can zoom in and tilt the map over and actually find out why those had such an oddball look. And the reason why is we're right up against the cliff face here. I don't know if we'll get to show you the cliff face, but we'll try. There we go. And you can see we were a little close to the cliff face that day, and so everything went that direction. The next day, pulled back a little bit here, and got out to Florida. All right, that's the demo. Thanks everybody.